What's the best comeback you've ever given to a manager who underestimated you? When I joined this retail company as an IT engineer, the IT department was still new, only about 2 years old. Before that, HR handled everything related to computers and networks, so the structure was still a bit messy. Our team was small. One GM as the head of IT, one assistant manager, one senior engineer, and me, the new guy. Because I was fresh to the company, I wasn't given access to anything serious. No firewall, no server logins, no admin rights. My job was basically user support, fixing printers, installing software, resetting passwords. The real IT work was done by the senior engineer, who was supposedly more experienced. But here's the funny part, he wasn't. The senior engineer came from a construction company background. His previous job was running cables and laying fiber, not managing networks or configuring servers. Meanwhile, I had years of experience working for an MSP, dealing with large systems, security setups, and backups. But in this company, title mattered more than actual skill. At first, things went smoothly enough. I kept my head down and did my work. Then one day I noticed the senior engineer uninstalling a key data processing application from one of our main servers. I told him not to, that it was critical to operations. He brushed me off and said he knew what he was doing. He didn't. The entire system crashed shortly after. 3 full days of downtime followed, and everyone was running around in panic. I managed to fix it by reconfiguring the system and reinstalling everything properly. When our director asked for a root cause report, I explained exactly what had happened and how it was resolved. That didn't go over well with my GM. He called me into his office later and said I wasn't a team player because I went directly to him instead of helping my senior engineer. Apparently, saving the company's server wasn't teamwork. Because of that, my probation was extended by 6 more months. He told me, word for word, "You are new here, so shut up and just follow instructions." So I did. A few months later, I started noticing strange activity on our servers. Files getting encrypted, connections slowing down, logs showing errors that looked suspicious. I immediately recognized the signs of ransomware. I sent messages to both the senior engineer and the GM, warning them that something serious was happening. No one responded. Since I'd been told not to remote into the server without permission, I didn't. I sat back, waited, and followed their orders. By the next morning, the entire server was locked. All files were encrypted, systems down, and the company's operations completely stopped. They spent an entire week trying to fix it. SE and GM tried everything, reinstalling, restoring, scanning, but nothing worked. Finally, they admitted to management that all data was lost. What they didn't know was that I'd been quietly backing up the database every week from my own machine. I didn't have admin access, but I could still reach the database from the client side. Old habits from my MSP days, I always made sure backups existed somewhere. When the director called an emergency meeting, the whole management team was furious. The GM tried to talk his way out of it, saying the ransomware had completely wiped the system. Then the director turned to me and asked, "Can you do anything about this?" Before I could answer, my GM jumped in. He's new.